Welcome everybody to another episode. This one is called 29 life-changing habits that you should adopt that will not make you feel deprived, and this is definitely not a diet. So let's get started. So first of all, let me just address dieting and how very tempting they are. So I have been on, I think, every single diet that I've ever heard of in the world. There's probably a few I've not done, but it feels like I've been on every single one. And when you first start a diet, it's nice because you follow rules, and it's almost a false promise, someone saying if you eat this and this, or follow this and this, and this is going to happen to you and you're going to get the body of your dreams and blah blah blah. And sometimes it feels a lot simpler to just cut out sugar or cut out carbs or whatever diet is you're doing this time, than learning how to just listen to your body and then having the whole range of food that's all available to you in the world. It feels or seems simpler to just cut something out, but that's a diet, and we all know by now that diets do not work. So how did I become the healthiest and happiest I've ever been? And I don't just mean physically, I mean mentally, spiritually, emotionally, everything. There was 3 steps that I took. Number 1, I had to work on my mindset and the way I viewed food, the way I felt about binge eating, and the way I felt about my body. So I had to do a lot of mindset work about reducing the guilt and learning that food is just food, and giving myself unconditional emotional and physical permission to eat whatever I want when I wanted it. That's number 1. Number 2, I had to spend time doing body image work and self-acceptance to enable me to first accept my body and be okay with it, and then to start to learn to appreciate her. I don't want to call it because she's a her, I'm a her, just in case you didn't know. And then also a lot of self-love work, which I learned from spirituality and through this body image work. So that was number 2. And then number 3 is I started to build healthy habits when I was ready, when I'd got rid of all the dieting mentality, and when I'd start to accept who I was and not be desperately trying to lose weight and want to be thin, and that's the only time I'm ever going to be happy. Once I'd done that work, I could then start to adapt healthy habits, which enabled me to feel amazing in my body every day, and everything just clicked into place. So adopting healthy habits and not restrictions is the only proven way to actually reach your natural set point weight, whatever that may be for you. And when I say weight, I don't mean like actually weigh yourself, although people do that. I mean body size, because I don't weigh myself. So your natural set point weight or your natural set point body size. Your brain, the hypothalamus in your brain actually regulates your body set point weight, and it's in a range of between 10 to 15 pounds. That no matter what you do, your body will fight to keep your body weight at this certain weight, no matter what you do. So that's why most people lose weight and then put it on, and put weight on, then lose weight. Whereas if you just learn to just let your body do what it wants to do, eat intuitively without 100% being intuitive, because that's another subject altogether, because you can also turn intuitive eating into a diet, which doesn't work. And just eating what you want when you want and accepting yourself who you are, your body naturally finds its healthiest weight. So that's the only proven way to actually get to your set point, your healthiest weight for your body, and to actually stay there, which is the main thing, other than yo-yoing up and down every 5 minutes. So instead of jumping on another diet bandwagon, which I know they're so tempting, especially if you know someone who's, oh, well, it worked for Amanda, she did this diet and it's different because it's not meant to be a diet, it's just some diets are dressed up in like mindful eating and intuitive eating. Just be careful, because if someone's saying it's not a diet, but then you're having to restrict in any way, shape or form, or count anything or weigh anything, or only basically any rules, is a diet. So that's when you need to, if you need help in this area, you need to reach out to a coach, like a food freedom coach, or someone who is at the stage where you want to be and who has lived through what you're going through right now. And obviously I'm talking about myself, but there's loads of other amazing coaches out there who have also been through diets and binge eating their whole life that can also help. So find one that resonates with you. But let's talk about the 29 habits you can start to build into your life to make you feel amazing, help you get to and stay at your natural set point weight without dieting. Okay, so I am going to do a bit of reading because I'm not going to remember them all in one list. So number 1 is stop choosing shitty, excuse my language, salads when you go to a restaurant that taste like AIDS and are just bleh and bland. Okay, I hope you didn't offend anyone, by the way, with that comment. That wasn't, maybe I should edit that out. Stop ordering salads or stop ordering foods that you don't even like just because you're quote unquote trying to be good, because this is when you're restricting and you're trying to get control, and then that's when at some point you're going to let go of the control and go the other way. So if you want a salad, make it a nice salad. Like, there's a salad that I always have when I go back to England. There's a place called the Little Shed. It's so nice in Allestree. If anyone's listening from Derby here, you need to go there if you've not been. And it's goat's cheese, sweet potato, rocket and walnut and pomegranate seeds, and it's like so delicious. And you get like a really nice granular bit of bread with it with some fresh butter. It's so nice. And I always have a salad in that shop, even though there's so many cakes in there, because I just love it so much. So that's choosing a salad from a place of like abundance and love and not restriction and like control. So actually enjoy food that you want to eat, okay? And number 2 is don't order salad dressing on the side wherever you are, because that's like diet mentality. If you like the salad dressing, just have it on the salad. And if you're worried about adding a salad dressing to a nice salad because of the calories, then you need to work on your dieting mentality and just enjoy the friggin' salad dressing, whatever you want on your salad. So number 4, cook at home more often, but experiment with recipes. So another healthy habit is to cook at home more often. And that's easily doable. Even if you don't like cooking like me, you can choose some easy recipes to start cooking more at home, because then you can experiment, you can get more confidence in the kitchen, and you're going to save money other than just keep going out all the time. Number 5, when you cook, make double so you can have some for lunch the next day, which saves massive food prep issues, because I hate food prepping. And what I tend to do is just make double the night before, so then I've got some left over for the next day. Sounds simple, but do you do it in theory? Just try it. It's really, really helpful. Number 6, stop eating like 6 meals a day or 5 meals a day just to keep your metabolism going, or whatever diet you've learnt that from, okay? Because it takes a lot more work to food prep all of that. So all in all, eat when you're hungry, stop when you've had enough. It is that simple. Number 7, get more movement in your day. So I don't believe in Fitbit trackers because, speaking from experience, I've had them myself and then I'm really obsessed about them. And if I've not done 10,000 steps by the end of the night, before I go to bed, I'm going up and down the stairs like a mad woman, and it's ridiculous. And then for some reason, when I started to hit 12,000 steps on a regular basis, I would then make my daily norm 12,000 steps. So it went from me having to do 10 to having to do 12, and it just got silly. So I gave it to my mum, who then sold it, who actually gave me the money. Whatever, that's a long story. We don't even need to know that. But it just controls you, especially if you listen to this. It's most likely you're an A-type personality. So you're like black or white, all or nothing. And Fitbit, do not let it control your life. Just get more movement into your day, like park further away from the shops, take the stairs, not the elevator. I always do this, and it's quite liberating to do it because God gave you legs, right? God gave you legs, right? So you may as well use them, stop being lazy. So just move more, play with the kids, walk the dog, whatever. Just make an effort to move more, that's it. Number 8, aim to eat 2 to 3 pieces of fruit every single day. And I know I'll have a lot of contradiction against this. Oh, but fruit has sugar and you can't eat bananas because they're full of this and carbohydrates and sugar and blah, 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 blah. Eat 2 to 3 pieces of fruit a day. Whatever fruit you like to eat is full of fibre, nutrients, vitamins, minerals. Choose different colour fruits. You're only going to do your body, give your body goodness by doing that. So, number 9, quit that gym membership you hate. If you don't like the gym, quit. If you do like the gym, that's amazing. I love the gym, but don't do some exercise that you don't want to do. You need to enjoy what you're doing. So have a brainstorm, like, If you don't like the gym, what do you like to do? If you like to hike, then plan in like every weekend or as much as you can to go hiking up the hill somewhere with some friends or by yourself, as long as you're safe. Like, it doesn't have to be the gym. It could be a dance class. It could be anything. You get creative. Swimming, whatever you like to do it, and don't force yourself to do something because you won't stick to it long term. Remember, these are lifestyle habits that we're implementing, not short-term false promises of success. So, number 10, stop scrolling on social media mindlessly, like not really actually. If you're not getting inspired or you're not learning anything, stop doing it, because it's a habit, and I know it's really hard to stop, but just become aware and mindful of how many times you're picking up your phone just to scroll aimlessly when you're not actually providing any value to your life. You're just wasting time. And it also can make us feel shit if we keep comparing ourselves to everyone on there. So be mindful of your time on social media. Number 11, try to eat less meat. And this isn't from a raw perspective. Again, we're building healthy habits, lifestyle habits, and if you want to eat meat, of course eat meat, but maybe try to eat meat just once a day instead of maybe 3 times a day or 2 times a day. It just helps the environment, unless you're buying responsibly sourced meat, which I always recommend, and we do that ourselves. We buy meat from a butcher, and we've actually been to visit the cows and they're all happy in the field, and also the same with the pigs and the chickens. So again, that is an individual personalised choice, and if you can afford it, always buy responsibly organic sourced meat, but try to reduce your meat intake a little bit to help the planet and all the rest of that stuff that's going on. So that's another healthy habit. Number 12, unfollow nut jobs on social media that make you feel like shit, or like one day they're posting about how they've stuck to the macros, and I'm not dissing these people, even though it sounds like I am. I used to be one of those people, but if you listen to this, it's most likely that you're just done with diet culture, or you're done with just feeling shit about yourself and not being able to stick to a diet. So unfollow all of these people that are brainwashing you and adding to this whole society's big brainwash, if I'm being honest, about how the only way you're going to feel good about yourself is if you get your eating under control. But just for your FYI, you can't control your eating because it doesn't need to be controlled. You just need to learn how to tune back into yourself and listen to what your body wants to eat, and then there's no control necessary, and then it's just easy breezy, beautiful. It's nice. Okay, number 13 this is a really important one. I don't know why I didn't put this further up the list. Stop weighing yourself. Stop measuring yourself. Stop taking before and after pictures. Stop weighing yourself. Chuck your scales away. And I'm being deadly serious with this, because when you weigh yourself, whether it be positive or negative, you're handing the scales a sledgehammer and being like, well, here you go, like, what do you want to do with me today? And yeah, if you get on the scales and you've like had a loss, and it's going to like make your whole day, and you're either going to feel really happy and then just binge eat, or overeat just because you feel happy and you like, quote unquote, can have room and you deserve to eat more. Or you're going to, if you're heavier, then you'll feel like shit and still probably binge eat anyway because you feel like shit, and there is just absolutely no point whatsoever in weighing yourself. BMI means nothing. If you're interested in more about that, check out the Health at Every Size movement. And if anyone's interested, last time I weighed myself, I was classed as overweight in the BMI category, and I'm just really fit and healthy and happy, and I don't feel overweight. In fact, that word's shit, because if you're overweight, it means there's a weight that you've got to be over when it's just your weight. So that's how I feel about that. And then number 14, I've put like, no, seriously, stop weighing yourself. Like, this is so crucial to not do this. It's going to be scary, but also it's going to be free and liberating at the same time. You don't need the sad step to tell you how you're allowed to feel that day, okay? Or you don't need reassurance, because your body knows everything you need to know. Just listen to her. Number 15, accept your body as it is. This is the hardest part. For me, this took quite a long time, and it brought with going through this so sadness and frustration and anger and so many different emotions, and it was a lot to take. But the only way to the other side is through, okay? So you've got to go through this growing stage and the uncomfortableness to get here. But if you want it enough, you absolutely can do it, and it only gets easier and easier. So being okay with yourself does not mean you're just going to completely let yourself go and go all downhill from here. You're just going to eat forever. You're going to be like 1,000 million stone or pounds, and then you're just going to die because you're just going to die in cookie dough. That's not what I mean, because that won't happen anyway. You just think it will happen. So just try and accept your body and give yourself, there's loads of different steps to get here. I can't just say this in just one healthy habit, but it starts by just learning how to let go. It is what it is. It's like the sky is blue. Whether you like blue or not, the sky is blue, okay? So what would be any point in hating the colour blue and every day going outside and looking at the sky and going, I fucking hate that the sky is blue? Like, what would be the point in that? Or you could try to learn to love that colour blue in the sky, and then start to appreciate it, and then actually learn to love it. It's the art of surrender to what is. Spiritual practice helps there too, but just giving yourself so much compassion, stop comparing yourself, surround yourself with people who support you and who are also embracing their own bodies, who are the same size or bigger than you, if size is an issue for you, and just get help from a coach to go through body image work, to do mirror work, to do the worksheets and all the stuff that needs to come out. That's the reason you feel the way you feel about your body in the first place. So body acceptance is a big one. Number 16, turn off the TV when you eat. Like mindful eating, and again, I don't want to turn this into a mindful eating diet, but at the end of the day, food is there to be enjoyed. So eat mindfully, smell your food, be at one with your food, stop having distractions. If you're eating whilst listening to this video, stop eating, watch the video and then eat, or okay, you can do it in the other order, but just really pay attention to what you're eating, and your body digests it better, you enjoy it better, and you're more in tune with your body. That's a really big one that changed my relationship with food a lot, was learning how to eat mindfully. Number 16, I've done 16 twice. Okay, never mind. This is so raw, and so is my blog, because clearly I've done number 16 twice and I cannot count. But anyway, we're going to 16B. Make an appointment with a counsellor or psychologist or a coach or therapist, or if you need professional help, anyone to talk to, or even make an appointment with your friend, with your best friend, to go and speak with her about how you're feeling and get everything off your chest. Like, a problem shared is a problem halved, and it makes you feel so much lighter, like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders when you share your troubles, especially if you're going to actively seek out help with that. So number 17, swap like fizzy drinks and sodas and stuff for water, or water with fruit in there. And again, that's not from a diet standpoint, because if you really want fizzy soda, then have fizzy soda or fizzy pop, whatever you want to call it. But just as a healthy habit, as a lifestyle to start working on, try swapping it for water, or swapping half of it for water, and then gradually doing it that way. Your body will thank you for it, because water is so good for us. If you can, get bottled water or use filtered water, and your body can just use it for absolutely everything, and it's a lot better for you than soda. So that's just drink more water, basically. That's a really good one. Number 18, crowd in more vegetables. So like I suggested, eating 2 or 3 pieces of fruit a day, make a big effort to get more veggies in. Like, I struggled with this because I never really ate breakfast, and I do sometimes, if I'm hungry, I'll eat breakfast, but I don't really eat breakfast, so I only get a chance to put veggies in twice a day, because I do snack, but I'm not going to snack on veggies. I'm not going to lie, because I don't really feel like snacking on veggies unless it's got a really yummy hummus. That's a good idea, to have veggie sticks and hummus. But just try and sneak them into your diet. And when you're serving up your dinner, give yourself like a huge serving of veggies. If you don't eat them all, that's fine. But just find ways to get yourself to eat more vegetables, because no matter where you go around this, vegetables are so good for you. They really improve your health, your digestive system, your gut, your energy levels, everything. So just make an effort to eat more vegetables. That's a really, if you just pick one out of this whole entire list, a healthy habit to start implementing, pick that one. Eat more, eat your vegetables, eat your greens. Okay, so eat carbohydrates, which is probably a silly one. This is number 19, but the reason I put that in is because people are so freaking scared of carbohydrates, even my boyfriend, and it's ridiculous because you need carbohydrates. It's your brain's preferred energy source, glucose. It also, you need glucose for your muscles, and then it gets stored in your liver when you don't use it, and if you eat an excess of it, it gets stored in your fat cells for energy later, which is completely fine. Your body needs carbohydrates to function. And again, I might upset a few people who are keto out there, and I don't know all the scientific research, obviously. I just know from what I've learned, and my viewpoint in it is when you're in ketosis, your body does some really weird thing to, your body has to work extra hard to do a process to take fats to make it into glucose, which your body has to work really hard for. And unless you're going to be on the keto diet literally for the rest of your life, why don't just eat carbohydrates and enjoy them as well? So number 20, buy one new vegetable every week. And we all succumb to eating the same foods and vegetables all the time. So challenge yourself to try one new recipe or one different vegetable every week. That's also really important, that you get in all your different variety of nutrients. So choose loads of different colours, eat the rainbow. Just be adventurous and stop sticking to your same thing all the time. Get out your comfort zone. Number 21, normalise forbidden foods. So your trigger food, quote unquote trigger, because when you've learnt how to completely fully embrace food freedom and body acceptance and body confidence, you won't have trigger foods anymore, which is friggin' amazing, because food is just food. And if you want chocolate, you will have chocolate. If you want an apple, you have an apple. It's not even a thing. So the more you normalize your quote unquote trigger food, is the less power it will have over you. And this is reverse psychology, and this is the base of what you start to do when you work with me. Is we start to normalize all foods, even your forbidden foods. So then if you allow yourself unconditionally to eat your trigger foods whenever you want and as much amount as you want, something really strange happens. And after you've gone on a diet binge rebellion, which most people do, and that's completely fine and actually necessary for healing, you're not going to want to keep doing that, no matter how much you think you are going to now. When you work with me, we talk about full unconditional permission as well as body image work. You will not be binging your face off 24/7, 365 days a year. You will not. So there's more that goes into that, but it's all about your mindset. Don't have any banned foods ever, else you're just going to overeat on them when you do succumb to your animal brain, which is telling you to eat them because you're restricting them. So number 22, add legumes and beans and pulses into your diet if you haven't done so already. Again, paleo people, my boyfriend included, doesn't eat legumes or pulses because he thinks they're not good for you, but he's sat there jealous as hell when I'm sat there with my baked beans and my cheese and my jacket potato, and he's not having dairy and he's not having legumes. And again, whilst I can take the mick out of my boyfriend, that's fine. I don't mean to be mean to anybody else, but if you want to eat legumes, eat legumes. They're so good for you. Again, they're full of fibre, they help your digestive system. There's studies out there, again, for and against every single thing. Every diet, there's a scientific study for and a scientific study against on every single diet in the whole world. So eat what feels good to you, and that is a variety of all different foods, in my opinion. And my clients do awesome with this way of eating and this way of living, and so do I. So this is why I'm sharing this with you. And number 23, if someone else is beautiful, this is really important. If somebody else is beautiful, it doesn't mean you're not. So beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, although we do have a society beauty standard, which we need to unbrainwash ourselves with. But I'm being serious, like if you see someone and you just think, oh my God, they're just like, oh, I'll never be like them, I challenge you to go up to that person and say, excuse me, I think you're so beautiful. And then walk away. I do that all the time, because one, you're getting out of your own head and you're giving them a compliment, and two, just because someone else is beautiful, it doesn't mean you're not. You're beautiful in your own way. So just connect back with yourself, put your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and just think and feel of at least 5, which is easy. At least 5 things that make you who you are. And you are unique and you're put on this world for a reason. So just learn to embrace that. I know it can be hard because we're in a world of comparison, but just become mindful of that when you start noticing you comparing yourself to others. Okay, we're nearly there, guys. Number 24, charge your phone in a different room to where you sleep, or put your phone on airplane mode, because even signal when you're not on your phone, if it's on silent, even the signals can affect your brain waves and can affect your sleep, and it also distracts the hell out of you. So you don't want to be going for a wee in the middle of the night and then checking your phone to see what time it is and then getting distracted by your messages, because that's just going to fuck you up completely. So don't do it. Okay, excuse me. Number 24, always order vegetables when you go out to a restaurant. Again, this isn't rules, this is healthy habits, and you can pick as many habits as you want from this list and start putting them into your life. So one of them could be to order vegetables or salad every time you're at a restaurant. So I often order a burger and chips, and then I'll order an extra portion of salad or vegetables. So I'm eating more vegetables and salad to fill my body up with all the good stuff as well. So try that next time. That's coming from a place of abundance and not restriction. That's so important. Okay, number 25, it ties in with the movement one, but find excuses to walk. Like being over here in the Netherlands, not many people use their cars. They always bike everywhere or walk everywhere. And I've always been active, but it gets me thinking like, well, can I walk? Yeah, so I may as well walk or bike. So just become aware, like, or make time. Like if you're gonna go to the shop, could you actually walk with a rucksack on your back to save driving and carrying bags? Like make an effort to just be more active, and just get walking is like so good for you. Just walk as much as you can, walk in your lunch break. Even 10 minutes is better than nothing. Okay, so number 26, get an extra 30 minutes of sleep compared to what you're getting right now. Oh my God, I love sleep so much, and I always get at least 7.5 to 8 hours a night. I love it, and everyone has different sleep patterns. You know, I'm an early bird and I go to sleep really early. Like I go to bed at my alarm goes off at 8:05 in the evening to start my evening routine of my journaling and my meditation, my temple spa skincare regime, and then I go to bed. But then I get up at 5 every day. But get 30 minutes extra sleep to whatever you're getting now. That's a really essential healthy habit to build into your life. And then prioritise, number 27, prioritise buying loads of abundant healthy foods into your house. And also buy whatever food you want. If you're in the supermarket and something looks good, buy it. But if you fill your house with healthful foods that you actually enjoy to eat, you're going to eat more of them. Like in my binge eating recovery, I started to fill the house up just full of chocolate, which is amazing because I gave myself unconditional permission. But because I didn't have a choice of other foods as well, then of course I always chose the chocolate because I had no choice. Whereas when I started to bring more choices in, like other things I like bagels or crumpets, if you're in the Netherlands you won't know what a crumpet is and you're totally missing out. Or, you know, stuff where in your dieting days you wouldn't have dared to have in the house. Fill your house up with so much variety, and I appreciate it costs money as well, but within reason, so much variety of different foods, so you've always got different options to choose from, because environment is everything. So just fill your shopping trolley with loads of nice, healthy foods, and you will eat more healthy foods. Okay, and when I say healthy, by the way, I have to be careful of my language, because not healthy isn't bad and healthy isn't good. Healthy is just food full of nutrients that your body thrives from, And it's also fine to eat junk food because that's life, and your brain and your mind also needs nourishment, and we can do exactly what we want because it's there to be enjoyed, and that's what life's all about. So that's my take on that. Okay, this is a really important one. I've labelled number 27 twice. There's probably like 30. Nearly done. The next step, the next healthy habit is learn to say no. And this was so hard for me when I first started this journey because I was a people pleaser and I wanted everyone to like me, and I'd also been taught growing up that you should always do something someone else wants you to do. And then when I was in the abusive relationship, I always had to make sure he was happy all the time, else I would get the consequences from that. So I was constantly on edge, making sure that he was happy, and I can't do anything to help him be happy. So it was hard for me to learn to say no, but this is my motto. If it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. If someone asks you to do something and you're not like, yes, I would love to, then don't do it, because you clearly don't want to. And whether you hurt people's opinions or not, you need to first in order for you to help others. That's really, 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 really important for self-worth. And that starts leaking into how you feel about your body and how you feel about yourself and how you feel if you're worthy and worth it. Number 29 is the last one, and it's a really important one, and it's stop trying to lose weight. Focus on healthy habits. Pick as many as you want from this list. I recommend picking one to start with. Do that for a week. If that feels easy, pick another one, or if it doesn't, do it for another week or a month and then pick another one, and do it gradual. No one wants to hear this, but stop focusing on weight loss, focus on building a healthy habits and lifestyle. Then whatever your body's healthiest weight, it will just naturally fall there and sit there. So this is difficult, but diets don't work. If you want to put weight on, just diet, and that's proven by science and by 80% of the world population, including myself and that of my clients. So pick one habit until you feel comfortable, then pick another one. And again, it's your lifestyle and how your mindset is that will overall impact your whole health. So let me know what habit you're going to pick first. I really would love to know, and share your successes. Tag me on Instagram, #VictoriaKleinsman. Email me if you need help. I'm here for you, and I will see you next time.